So this is our 35th annual Reading for the Love of It conference, and our mission in terms of this conference has always been the same, and that really is about providing professional development for our teachers, by our teachers, and engaging educators as learners. And what's been so special, I think, about our conference this year, just being here today and yesterday, has been the opportunity to see young teachers and more experienced teachers so engaged and completely immersed as learners.
Well, I've come to this conference both as a participant and as a presenter, and from both perspectives, for me, Reading for the Love of It is really about being inspired. You're inspired by colleagues, inspired by presenters, and also validated for the aspects of a teacher's program that you already have in place that are working really, really well. And you hear from the experts that that's exactly what you should be doing and why. And then the last piece, and maybe the most critical piece, is you leave with new ideas to try in your classroom with really good theory behind them, but fresh new ideas to bring back to your students in your classroom.
Well, what I get out of this is just the opportunity to meet other professionals, other teachers, other leaders who are also having a stake in children's success. And for me, being here, just in the morning session here and at breakfast, meeting colleagues and meeting people who have the same passion, I am so inspired now to go, also now as a participant for the first time, and to take what I can learn also as a learning teacher. I've been teaching for 15 years, but I'm a forever learner. And I look forward to taking some things home with me today, again, into my classroom.
And a very important heart of the conference is the publisher's display, which represents what can be in our classrooms, what can be in our personal lives, and what can be in future programming. So I do look forward to that a lot.
I was not expecting to have this many exhibitors with the variety of resources that they do have. So I was very impressed with all of that, and with how many kind of different kinds of resources are available, from children's books to young adult fiction to as teachers' guides and resources for the classrooms as well, which I thought was very comprehensive.
Well, I have to say, this year I wanted to come for Alan Luke. I've done my master's program and did a lot of studying of his material, and I came and saw him yesterday, and he was just absolutely wonderful. So just the stimulation around the whole idea of literacy and what it is that we can do for our students through literacy.
A speaker named Tony I saw yesterday, an Australian guy, is all about classroom libraries. He gave this excellent idea about organizing it, basically just dumping it into the middle of the class, all the books out, and giving the kids control and responsibility of organizing the library and taking on that. And Monday, that's going to be my first thing, just dumping out all my bins of books, and the kids will come in all excited, I think, to see all the books in the middle, and then they'll take the task of reorganizing it, taking control of the class libraries.
Well, I was fortunate enough to be at the breakfast with Melanie Watt, which was terrific, and it was so nice to see kind of her process. So she showed us the mock-ups of her original work and how that becomes a final book, and that's something I think I can really take back into the classroom, especially stressing with students the importance of editing and reviewing and making changes, and how work can really evolve from one thing into a complete and final product.
I noticed this morning as well that so many of our teachers who were attending the Melanie Watt breakfast talked about their students. And I think that really is what makes our conference special, is the relationships that are forged here between delegates and presenters, between delegates and other delegates, and with members of the association. But also that the student's voice seems to be alive in this building, because we had teachers bring student work to share with Melanie, talk about the children in their classrooms, and that was just an incredibly important moment, I think, today.
We hope that they walk away with a deeper understanding of how to be effective teachers in literacy programming with their students in their schools. That's really our fundamental goal. We also want them to understand the association and what we stand for, that we work in outreach projects, literacy outreach projects, so we want to communicate to the delegates about what the East York-Scarborough Reading Association stands for. But first and foremost at the conference, we hope to provide high-quality professional learning for those teachers so that they can go back and positively impact the learning environments that they teach in.
It's a great opportunity for us to meet all kinds of education leaders and people who are just genuinely passionate about literacy education.
If you're a classroom teacher, come hear some fabulous speakers. Come and enjoy the publishers' displays. There's so much fabulous material here it's all together in one place.
It's about connecting, it's about getting rejuvenated, it's about being inspired, it's about staying in touch. And I think the timing of it in the calendar year in February, it's winter, it's cold, we're kind of just like ho-hum, and it just lifts you up. It's a breath of fresh air, it's a bit of sunlight, in a darker part of the year. And it just comes at a good time, the beginning of the year. It's just something you need to kind of just spruce you up and kind of like move you through the next months until spring comes. Yeah.